Hello. Hey guys. Happy Saturday, y'all. I feel good. I'm so happy because I feel better. Listen, after I filmed Working Wisdom Wednesday, I don't know, somewhere between getting back to the office after lunch, I did eat that Panera bread. No, I feel like I was feeling sick before then though, so it wasn't even that. It was, I don't know, I had already been feeling like tired and fatigued, and I felt like something was happening. But it just really hit me. So like I didn't even go back to work. I went back to work that day, but I was telling my supervisor, I was like, I'm not feeling well. I was kind of waiting on him to be like, oh, you can go ahead and leave early. No, but I was like, you know what? If I'm not feeling good by the morning, I'm not coming back in tomorrow. So I ended up calling out Thursday and Friday. Luckily, Wednesday made 2 months at the job, so I have vacation and sick time, so it doesn't cut into my budget. Y'all remember this budget? I showed y'all this like a year ago. Maybe it might be 2 years now. Hold on. The first budget starts September 2017. Wow, that's crazy. Unless I went back and wrote these in, because I do that sometimes. I don't know, but this is almost 2 years old. That's crazy, right? It's over 2 years old, I think. Anyway, I think February stops is like the last page I have where I can do a budget. So it's coming on this last leg, and I'll buy another one. What I usually do is I end up buying like, I don't know, so many. Hold on. Like I have all these books. I ordered this off Amazon by mistake because I was gonna put this. I thought it was like a marker or something. I was gonna put with my book orders and people purchased my pre-orders, but this ended up being a journal, which I ended up writing in. I finished it, so I had to buy another journal. I paid like $12 for this. This is my agenda book, which I cannot survive without, literally. I love this. I'm a planner, okay? Like, I need every day to make sense. Every day needs to take me another step closer to my goal, like I told y'all about on Wednesday. Hopefully you check that one out. It was really good. And then I have this, which is new for me because I'm not used to these lines. Like it doesn't even have any lines. It has like little dots. So I don't know, but I use this to write like notes for my production ideas, my script ideas, take notes during my conference calls with my movie producer, mentor, stuff like that. So as you can see, here's 4 different books that I'm carrying around with me at all times. So I'm constantly buying. Like I feel like the last year, especially when I was in Atlanta, and there was like a Dollar Tree that was nearby me, and it was my favorite store. I tell you guys that. My favorite store because it's so cheap. It's only $1, but that adds up. So I would go in and I'd be like, okay, I have $10. I know my kids gonna want something, so it's $2 already gone, $3 probably. Well, they'll be like, well, can we get 2 things? It's $4 gone already. And then I would normally buy me a notebook of some sort, pencil, a snack, a drink, something like that. So that's how I would spend my like miscellaneous $10 for the week or whatever. So yeah, but I love books. Like I love like notebooks and stuff. But I would definitely not start my own line of that because there are too many women online already doing those, and it's like getting too outrageous if you ask me. But anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. All I was saying, I think, was that I feel better. I'm happy to be feeling better. I realized, like, more than ever, like, health is so important. Like, it really is. When I get sick, even if it's like a cold, a minor cold is different for me than I think with other people because it reminds me of when I was sick. And when you grow up with childhood illness, it affects you in different ways than I think most people will really ever really understand unless you've gone through it. For me, being sick and being a single mom, it scares me because it's like I have to know. It brings up those thoughts of like what's gonna happen to you or your children after if something happens to you or whatever. And so it just adds pressure, but it also motivates me to go harder and grind harder because it's like you want to make sure they're good. When and if something happens to you, you want to make sure they're set up. So I don't That's the thing. You have to know the motive and agenda behind why people do the things they do and why they behave and act and respond to the things they do. Because some people would look at you like, or look at me like, oh, you just so overly motivated. You just so obsessed with success and career and like upward mobility. Like, why? Like, it's not that serious. Chill out, have a fun day. Or like, yeah, I definitely believe in balance. But when you've experienced what I've experienced, you understand the value of time, and that time is such a great asset, and that life is so unpredictable. You could be up one moment, and the next thing you know, something happens, somebody lies on you, whatever, and you're down here, and you're trying to like manage, you're trying to just survive, like. Or I guess for me, seeing so many people die around me so fast, it's like, man, let me get my together, because like I don't know where my time is. And I think one of the biggest things over the last month is that finding that my uncle, the one that passed away and we found dead, he had colon cancer. I don't know if I shared this with too many people, but like I remember when I was 11 or 12, when I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, my doctors told me that within 5 years it would come back, because that's just the nature of it. Even though they cut 14 inches of my intestines out, they said that within 5 years it was going to come back. And so I held on to that. But they told me, like, because I asked them, like, what's the worst case scenario? What could happen? And they were like, you could get colon cancer. Like, that's the worst. Anyway, they were like, don't worry about that, whatever. But to know and find out that my uncle had colon cancer, that like it put me in a whole nother space. Like, I feel like that's where I kind of felt like I was getting a little depressed. Like, even though it was already, the transition stuff, but when that happened, it just really, and you just, I think for me, it's important to have somebody to talk to about those kind of things and those fears, and when things like that are triggered, and that people don't say, oh, you talking about triggers again, or you talking about trauma again. Like, yes, like, this is the life that I live. This is reality for me. But it doesn't hinder me. It's one of those things that propels me and pushes me to go harder. Which brings me to the whole point of this vlog for today. It's Smart Money Saturday. Getting my money together, paying off my debt, saving up money. As you guys know, I am here, and I'm here at the private practice where I do on weekends. I usually do on Wednesdays and Saturdays, but Wednesdays kind of got slow, so we're just doing Saturdays right now. So I see a couple private clients on Saturdays, and then depending on how many it is, and then I do a group or whatever. So that money is actually, it goes toward my master class, the class I'm in that's training me, mentoring me on script writing and producing. So it's like, it's an investment, if you ask me. I'm investing in my career, like the career shift. I'm investing in that, and so that's that. And then I told you guys that while I'm here in North Carolina, I'm staying with a family member, and so I only pay a couple $100s to rent out a room for me and my kids while I'm here, which you would think I wouldn't have to pay anything specifically with this person, but like I told y'all, nothing is ever for free for Shamanda. I've never had nothing for free. Like, I'm talking like since I was young. Like, even when I had an SSI check, I was still paying bills out of that. So let's just put it that way. Anyway, y'all read my book. If you haven't read my book, you don't even know what I'm talking about. So check out my book. You understand? So that's that. But there's so much money that I'm saving and able to save because of that. I remember thinking when I was in Atlanta at one point, I was like, I wish I could just stay with a family member and just stack up for like a year. And you know how much money I would have. I remember that thought crossed my mind, and I guess God was listening for sure, because it literally put me in a situation where I could do that. And it's like, that's where you want to be, but like while you're still here, stack up and save, like for real. And so that's what I'm doing. So I was able to put $825 into savings this week. Yay! I think I told y'all toward the end of when I was in Atlanta, I was working on starting the whole mortgage stuff, that one of my lenders recommended that I get a small credit card, which I did not want to do. I didn't have any credit card. Even I had paid off my one and only credit card from like a couple years ago. I had paid that off when I did the 8 months and the over $16,000 worth of debt. When I paid that off, that was the first thing I paid off. So to get another card, I was like, really? But it did jump my credit score up, so it worked. But Wednesday I paid that one off in full as well, so I don't have any more credit card debt. And then I am all set to make my first student loan payment because they're out of deferment now, or forbearance. That starts next month. I still have not gotten an updated payment schedule on that, so I don't know how much it's going to be, but I'm prepared for that. So yeah, like to me right now it's like grind mode. It's like, work the private practice hours, see clients, use that to invest in this program, save as much as you can. My goal is 10 grand by the end of December. And of course it'll continue on until, the leave or whatever, but I want at least 10 grand by then. And I got my first royalty check last week. Yeah, I don't even know if did I talk to y'all about that? Yeah, I got my first royalty check. Well, it's like they send you a statement 3 months at a time, 3-month period statement. So I saw what my sales were for June, July, and August. And June, it was kind of low because I had my pre-sales that same month, I think. So people they didn't order off of Amazon or the website because they had already ordered my books. But July's was really good. And August, I don't think I had any sales for August. I didn't even promote my book at all in August, so that's my fault. I was super depressed in August. I was starting my job. I was like in a very low place. I don't know if y'all could tell in my videos, but yeah. So, we're on a new thing, but so that's another thing, royalties from checks, and then once I monetize my channel, all of that goes toward an account that I have set up just for the production company. It's like basically reinvesting into the business so that I can do and produce content that is focused on mental illness and mental health awareness. Specifically for that, I don't need to live off of that money. Like, I'll put it that way, because I know how people are. Like, oh, yeah, well, I'm not trying to build her empire. You know how people are. Like, it's such hate. Like, but we'll go buy stuff from other people. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just saying, I gotta throw it out there. But yeah, like, we'll go buy stuff from other people, but like when it comes to trying to support us, at the end of the day, like I said, ain't nothing, I don't have to touch that, okay? Seriously. So yeah, that's that. So once this mentorship program is over, that'll be money that I can put toward my personal savings and all that. So right now, like I said, saving toward the 10 grand goal. I paid off my credit card this week, and student loans kick in next month in a couple weeks. And just trying to stay focused. I'm finishing up my scene index today, and then I think Monday will be my first day officially working on the first draft of my movie script, like the actual script. And it's so crazy because my mentor told us that, like, once you start on your, my conference call starts in like 10 minutes. Once you lay out your scene index, it's like the script part is easy because you're mapping out exactly how it's gonna flow. And I'm like, as I'm writing out my scene index, I'm like it's gonna be so easy to go through here and add the dialogue and what they're gonna, all this, like, okay, I get this, makes so much sense. So because at first, as I was starting to go through it, I was like, I had told her that I wanted to finish my movie script, the first draft of it, by my birthday, November 4th. And, as I did my beat sheet and stuff, I'm like, maybe this might take about 2 months. I don't know. But now I'm like, okay, no, I'm good, because it'll be all of next week, the following week, and then that last week. And then that weekend will be, I think, like the 1st and the 2nd. The 4th is on like a Tuesday, I think, Monday or Tuesday. So basically, I probably had to end up working all through that weekend, whatever, leading up to my birthday. Or I could just try to push to make sure it's done by that Friday, and that way I can kind of celebrate my birthday and celebrate my first script being finished, the first draft. Like, to me, those are the things that I want to say, okay, I ended my 30th year off with a bang. Like, I was on TV for the first time live. I spoke at the college and auditorium for the first time. You know, I finished the first draft of my first movie script as a screenwriter, and you know, and executive producer. I published my first book. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hit 5 figures in my small business this year. Like, that's the type of stuff I want to end my 30th year off with. Okay, for real. You know what I'm saying? Period. Nah, I'm kidding, y'all. Y'all just understand, it feels so good to be back in good health right now. I'm so grateful, and I love God, y'all. I love God. He is so merciful. He is so merciful. I don't care who you believe in, what you believe in, whatever. But I know that the God I serve is merciful and just amazing. He has so much grace and mercy on us when we don't deserve it. And it's like, thank you, God. Thank you for believing in me and let me hold this vision and this purpose. It says, congrats, Amanda, your FICO score went up. I got an email from Experian. You see how God is like, okay, sis. That was the other thing, yeah. So I got an email yesterday that my credit score went up 26 points, y'all. Okay, look, listen, okay. Let me go and see. Look, I just finished up with some clients, and yeah, like making a difference in people's lives. I worked all week, and I made a difference in my clients' lives. I work with the females that I work with, and now I'm about to meet with my mentor and my accountability partners and talk about movies and scripts and licensing deals and all that stuff. Hey, y'all don't even understand. Like, I'm so ready for this next season. Because finally, I feel like this year, after all the work, right, because it's still in grind mode, but I can, like, lay on the beach and I can just relax. Like, I'm not about to chill and relax until I build this up. Like, no. Like, what you celebrate? What you sleeping for? What you... Really? Anyway, let me go because I got to get ready. I'll see you guys later. Make sure you leave me a comment below. What's your goal? What progress have you made towards your savings goal, your debt payoff goal? I do have my $1,000 saved up again, emergency fund, so I'm already back in debt, step 1, baby step 2 actually. So I'm good on that. So where are you? Alright, let's make this happen. Let's end 2020 with a bang. Let's start today. Let's make it happen. Alright, guys, I'll see you next time. Thank you. See you later. Have a great Saturday.